Happy day 7. This is so exciting. You're doing an awesome job. Today, I want to talk about something really important, and that is making sure you take really good before pictures. If you haven't already taken before pictures, do it right now. Just after this video, get some before pictures. It's important, even though you don't want to do it. Trust me, I remember I didn't want to do it. I actually had my best friend take them, and I was like, oh, this is so humiliating. You can do them yourself, but it's probably better if someone takes a front and a side for you. You are not going to want to see that for a while, but the good news is you don't have to. Just keep it on your phone somewhere, and then in a week or 2 or 3, you're going to take another one, and you're going to be like, whoa, take one every month. And then just have your months chronicled. You will start to see a difference, like, whoa, in your face. Then you'll be like, well, I do look a little different through here or there. And in a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, you are just going to be so proud and thankful you see where you came from. Because one thing I know, I didn't have very many pictures of myself. When I was at my heaviest, I just never took pictures. And if I did, it was some weird selfie where I got the best angle I could possibly get. It was me hiding, putting all my children in front of me, you know, putting it where you could crop half your body off, all the things that we do when we're unhappy with how we look. So take some good before pictures. It's super important. Now, something that's just as important, if not more, is take your measurements. Take your measurements, take everything, your neck, your chest, each bicep, your waist, your hips, your thighs, your ankles, your calves, everything that you can think of, your wrists, because there will be times where you don't lose pounds and you'll feel discouraged. But if you will check your inches, most likely you will have lost inches and you will be like, well, that's why my pants are feeling better, even though it said I didn't lose weight. The scale and the number, something I want to talk to you about. Listen, you have a number in mind. I know you do. Either you're like, oh, I want to be back at this number I was at before when I was so happy and I looked so good, or you want to be at a certain BMI, which is a good goal. But what I want to remind you is you are in a different place than you were the last time you were at that number. It may not be reasonable to be at that number, especially if it was like your super skinniest before you got married weight or your high school weight and you are not in high school anymore. If it has been a little time, you need to give yourself a break. What I encourage you to do is to look up what your healthy BMI is and have an idea of about where you want to be. But don't make yourself crazy with that number, okay? You are going to lose 15, 20, 30 pounds and be like, I feel so much better. 40, 50, 60 pounds and be like, I feel great. I needed to lose some more weight, but I got to a certain point that I was like, wow, I've not been this size in forever, and I felt happy and good. And it's important to appreciate that instead of getting number obsessed on the scale. And it's very easy to do. Only weigh once a week. Try so hard. Weigh once a week. Once a week is enough. There'll be weeks when your number doesn't change, or it might go up, and you might feel super discouraged. Remember, there are things that affect your weight that will even out and take care of it. Maybe you did go off plan, and so you went out of fat burn. You know what? Just stay on plan and move forward. You will lose it. Maybe you had something that was just, you thought was okay, or you didn't measure, or you had too much or too little. So we need to rethink kind of what you're doing. Maybe it was a hormonal fluctuation that happens, right? So you want to see those things through. Just keep going. Appreciate the non-scale victories and don't get number scale obsessed. It is so important to remember that number you used to be that you have in your head may not be where you go back to. Maybe this time you're gaining tons of muscles you didn't have. And so you might be at a really beautiful place before you get another 10 pounds down. Please, 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 just be proud of yourself. Have goals, but don't be hard or harsh. Having those pictures to look back on, looking at times when you know you were unhappy and you were struggling, and thinking about all the things that are different. For me, one of my most I remember vivid things that was different for me right away, these things we call non-scale victories, was when I flew from the first time after losing weight with Optavia. I'm telling you, I had flown a couple years before, and then COVID happened, so I didn't fly for a while. But I remember thinking, I really need a seatbelt extender. I had to lift my stomach, squeeze with all my might to get it buckled at the very end. That was humiliating. That was stressful. It was hurtful. It was all the things. And I knew I was in trouble. So for me, when I flew and I could buckle that seatbelt and I had like that much extra seatbelt, it was huge for me. And I want you to focus on those things. I want you to focus on how you can walk across the room without being out of breath. I want you to focus on how you just have energy in the afternoon instead of having to sit down and just be a grump. Those are the things that are important. The weight and the number, those will come. Be proud of yourself and keep working hard, and happy day 7.